Yes. Oh my
Good
God.
jam. Good jam.
Absolutely. That is so good, man. Wow.
Leonard.
I think it's possible that people will mistake IoT Coffee Talk for a Van Halen cover band.
You know that.
Mm.
We're supposed to go on the road, guys. What the hell?
Yeah. Yeah. Well,
Well, we have been on the road. We have been on the road.
Yes, we have been.
it's
And,
true.
the funny thing is, I have been playing. The only reason why I didn't end up joining all of you guys on the aircraft carrier is because I was in San Francisco at I don't know if it's a speakeasy or a club, but yeah, the folks at Cisco and Zscaler and Omdia, they hosted a jam, and so I got
Oh, really? Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, it was really cool, and they have a lot of talented musicians.
Yeah.
Omdia, yeah, as well as Cisco, so it was pretty impressive.
Do you remember what songs you did?
Oye Como Va. There was Beat It. Not Beat It. Another one, Bites the Dust.
All right.
And then I jumped in on a few others. I remember I had quite a few old fashions. So
I see.
yeah.
After the third or fourth one, it gets a little hazy.
Yeah. So hey, everybody, IoT Coffee Talk watchers and listeners. Welcome to IoT Coffee Talk. Yeah, and remember
to be here.
To take us seriously. Don't take us seriously.
Yeah, I was going to at your own risk.
Yeah, don't take us seriously because we're just having fun, and we may eke out some informational stuff, but it's mostly for entertainment purposes only.
That's right. If you're not careful, you may learn something. Right? That's what Fat Albert used to say.
Oh my God, Fat Albert! That's a blast from the past.
Fat Albert.
I love that.
That's where I learned all my moral.
Hey.
I love that. I love that. Oh my gosh. That's cool. I can imagine you guys doing Oye Como Va, man.
Yeah, it was fun.
That's a good jam. That's a good jam.
Yeah, it's a great
jam. I saw Greg Raleigh from Santana and Journey.
Really?
But it was like last year or whatever.
Oh, wow.
Got together. A lot of people don't realize that Journey came from Santana.
Yeah. Neil Sean was the prodigy guitar player.
That's right.
Yeah. And so that's such a cool song. It's so unique,
I saw Santana at the Saratoga Performing Arts Center. It was like one of my first concerts I ever went to. It was pretty wild. Yeah, that was a good initiation.
Yeah, it is. That's a great initiation.
Dude, what the hell? Hey, Pete, you sound really good. What the hell are you wearing?
I'm just AirPod Pro 3.
Really?
Yeah. No, the mics on these things
sounds like you're on a freaking pro mic.
Wow.
Seriously.
No, I think the mics on these things, that's kind of the secret weapon. I think they're really good.
Yeah. That's good.
Oh,
wow. I think Apple's going to send both of you little
go
in the mail,
Brought to you by.
Yeah. I thought you were on a pro mic. Oh, it's just AirPods Pro 3.
Quote unquote. That'll be clipped. That's AI clip right there.
Yeah.
I'm actually on the street here in San Diego with my coffee.
Awesome.
Enjoying a little San Diego morning. We're here all weekend after the big show. And we're going to go grab some breakfast. But
congratulations.
Yeah, that was fun.
Show.
That was intense. I mean, it started on Monday. We had a board meeting. We had a partner, like 2-hour partner thing at Qualcomm. We had the VIP reception Monday night. We had 3 full days, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, of talks and workshops and panels and mixers. And the Midway, we were on the USS Midway the other night. So today is a day of quiet and a day of rest.
Wonderful.
There you go.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Great. Great event, Pete. You knocked it out of the park, man.
Oh, thank you.
Incredible.
Thank you. Yeah, it was great to see both of you there. And it was a lot of fun. It's fun, to catch up with folks in real life. I mean, frankly, that's one of the benefits of these things, right? Is
Yeah.
Folks that you see on these little screens that you get to see in person every so often. So that was cool.
Yeah,
So,
definitely.
It was amazing. Yeah, these like two big rooms side by side, doing the big events live on the other side, workshops going the whole time.
yeah, the
Just,
workshops were hot. They were packed.
yeah. Yeah.
There's just a desire for people to get hands on with this stuff and learn it, which is great.
Well, what I was really impressed with was just the technical substance. It was awesome. I learned a lot of stuff.
Yeah.
Just through osmosis. Half of the stuff.
Yeah.
There's no way I could understand it because this is like deep research.
Yeah, we had a whole research track. So we had a bunch of PhD candidates presenting their research. And,
hey, Bill.
A lot of them, some of them went straight to math camp. Others, I think, also did a really good job of explaining it for everybody else, right? Who's like not a PhD candidate.
Yeah.
So that was cool. Yeah. And so you do learn stuff just by kind of soaking it in a little bit. And we had a professor from UCSD and one from UC Riverside and all that. So yeah, that adds a nice little element. And also the nice thing is those aren't product pitches. They're just talking about the tech and what's possible and how things work. And there's no sales pitch at the end, which is refreshing, I think, these days. So it's cool.
UCSD should absolutely be saying one of the best engineering schools there is out there. Thank you very much.
Yeah, they represented. A lot of tritons there. A lot of tritons.
That's right. I still to this day don't know what the hell a mascot is for the triton.
The triton.
A damn pitchfork.
They're going to stab you, man. They're coming for you. Oh!
That part sucked, man. And the two schools I go to don't have a real fucking mascot.
Really?
Stanford has a tree.
Has a tree.
UCSD has a damn triton. What the hell?
Yeah.
Yeah, you know what? That is true. It's a freaking pitchfork, and that's my alma mater, man.
You and me both.
That's like,
Well, maybe it's King Triton. Is it King Triton or is it the Triton itself? I don't know. It's King Triton is the guy.
There's Triton, and then there's Trident. Right, Trident, but it is pretty much a pitchfork, and I don't know. Is there like an old dude with like a fish body?
I think there is a guy who runs around there. I saw the guy. Yeah. Isn't there a costume?
Yeah. No, you're right. But my wife Kathy always complains about Stanford having a tree and what's a cardinal? and their deal is like fear the tree.
Go trees! Go trees!
I mean, what? We got pollen. That's what we got.
Oh my god!
My gosh!
Wow. Yeah, I didn't know that you went to UCSD, dude. That's awesome.
Jacob School of Engineering, baby.
No wonder we're like brothers, man. Okay.
Wow.
Yeah. Serious stuff.
Also Pete, the venue you found, Eve. What a cool place.
That was nice.
Gosh.
Nice. Yeah. We're looking in the harbor.
Yeah.
And brand new place. So it was good to break it in a little bit. And
beautiful.
Yeah, very high quality. So we had a great events team.
I'm mad I had to miss that. I wanted to come. It was just on the heels of Smart Cities Connect and GTC, and
I know it's crowded. Well, we'll see you in London, June 8th and 9th. So that's the next big one.
9th. All right.
There you go.
LONDON.
About that. What's the weather like there in
who cares, man?
In London?
Just take an umbrella, man.
Summertime.
It's the usual.
You never know. And also, Pete, meet the requirement because all the people, in the Edge AI deal, they all said, at the next event has to have a view of at least 2 aircraft carriers. And you delivered. You delivered.
There you go. Yeah, we had at least 2, maybe 3.
Yeah, 3. Right.
Well, we had on the third day, we had this Rear Admiral Doug Small from the Navy give a really good talk. And that was great context about the challenges of integrating AI and Edge AI into kind of naval platforms. You can imagine, he's saying it takes like 10 years to build a ship. The ship's in use for 50 years, and how do you How do you, and never mind the fact that it needs to work on a submarine and all this other stuff. So it's super challenging.
You missed out, dude. I was like thinking Rob Tiffany, half of his.
Yeah, that was a very much a Rob Tiffany discussion.
Yeah.
Can you stick that shit in a submarine? You know, like, okay,
Right.
how come Rob's not here? Why did he take off?
I had to go catch a plane, but you're right. I should have changed my flight.
He had to wait in that TSA line.
Hey, I was just about to say, Bill, you got to pick up some of these AirPod 3s, dude. AirPod Pro or whatever 3s.
AirPod Pro 3.
Hear this guy? Listen, he's outside, dude.
Test 1, 2.
Good.
Can you believe that?
No, the noise suppression sounds awesome.
I know.
Yeah.
Off the chain, man. It's crazy. Hey,
Yeah.
you go wear something else. You're giving like
AJI
Apple
to the
free
rescue.
advertising, dude. But then that is it. Yeah, Edge AI to the
That's
rescue.
what it is. That's what it is.
See?
You're right.
Yeah,
Yes.
yeah.
So I'm auditioning the new Samsung, their V4 version of their Pro.
This is like okay.
Are we?
This is like a benchmark.
It's like a benchmark, and so when we play this back, and we'll all be able to hear what we all sounded like.
Yeah, yeah.
There you go.
You'll be able
There
to
you
go,
go.
wow, did Samsung improve?
Mm. Mm.
I can tell you right now, it's losing.
Oh no! Oh no! No bueno.
No
No
boy,
bueno.
no. Yeah. Well, you know, so
See,
much for Apple.
I don't subscribe to either one of them, neither Apple nor Samsung on that end. It's status.
Yeah, status.
The status earbuds.
Oh, oh,
Really? But it's probably powered by Snapdragon in all likelihood.
yes.
Probably.
Most of them are. Yeah.
I wouldn't
Also-
doubt it. Everything else is.
And I paired these with a Windows 11 desktop, and so I don't have any control on turning on any of the features of it, like
All right,
it was
man.
on the phone. So,
Yeah.
who knows?
Just-
Yeah. But keep
You know,
making-
You're going from bad to worse there.
yeah.
Yes, you're right. It's like a double whammy. I have to admit, I didn't feel so isolated, having a Samsung device at this event,
Yeah.
unlike everyone else
True.
with iPhones, because, Qualcomm brought the love, and
That's
Qualcomm
true.
is in love with this stuff because
Oh,
that's their showcase
Yes.
for
Yes,
the
that's
high-end
true.
Snapdragon.
Yeah.
Durga keynote was incredible.
Yeah, he was great.
He was
He
great.
He's
kicked it
always
off.
good. Yeah. He's
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was great.
It was really good. So that stuff's going to start getting on YouTube next week. So people can go
Awesome.
on the YouTube channel and
awesome.
Oh, good. And we had
experience that.
a guy from AWS talk about what they're
Yep.
doing with physical
David
AI.
Randall, Physical AI.
Yeah, that was great. That was
We
a
had
good one.
DeepX. DeepX was there
Yeah.
talking about
Yeah.
their NPUs. Yeah, it was really cool.
Pretty cool stuff.
Yeah.
So,
Real heavy hitters,
yeah. That was good.
Yeah, for sure. That was good. Impressed.
And I'm wearing my local, I don't know, this is like supposed to be a local famous record store.
Boo Boo
Really?
Records, San Luis Obispo. Okay.
Dude, love it.
Wow.
So,
Dude, love
Okay.
it. It's awesome.
We are
So-
always trying to find cool record stores.
of course.
Yeah.
It has quite a few.
Oh, really?
Yeah, they do.
Okay.
I mean, every time I take my daughter thrift shopping, we, it's gotta stop in there.
Oh, yeah.
So I mean,
Good shout out.
That's a
Yeah.
good thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, there was and one of the things that I took away from retired Admiral Small's talk was the military is not going bonkers. They're actually learning a lot of really important things out in the field in the application of AI. And if you want to talk about a constrained intense environment, that's what the military environments are, right, Rob?
Sure.
Like
Sure.
a lot of these field scenarios. And
Yeah.
they're very cautious about how they apply AI. And there's a
Yeah.
lot of human on the loop. If there's any loop that's created, there's a human on it, right?
Mhm. Human on the loop.
Yeah, and there's all these novel system designs, and flows that are not entirely autonomous. right? It really is to inform and provide the human with the decision and control to decide what the outcome is of anything, right? Especially the kill decision. And so these people romping around GTC, they are so off. You know what I'm saying?
What were they doing? What were they saying?
No, because they're all going around thinking that everything's gonna be autonomous, and then all the while you have these friggin' kung fu robots in the background being remote controlled. And so, but here's the good thing: there's accountability. So if one of these robots accidentally kicks the shit out of like a bystander, that human is responsible for it, right? So one of the things that was brought up, actually, by Jitu Patel, during his Cisco presentation at RSAC, was the accountability aspect. How do you associate accountability to AI agents? How do you associate accountability to anything that you deem autonomous, right? Because these things can go rogue on you. AI is not dependable. But who's responsible? What's the chain of responsibility and accountability? So, for a while, I think a lot of the stuff is going to be remote control. For all we know, Waymo is just a bunch of folks in India remote control, operating these cars.
Yikes.
With some of the most talented remote drivers in the world.
Yeah.
Yeah. Think about it. How good of a driver you have to be to drive in India, right?
The best driver.
Oh my God. And you can have like 100 millisecond latency. Guys are probably still the best drivers in the.
It's just mayhem. Yeah.
They're actually a combination of the worst and the best drivers.
Yes, that's right. That's a well said. That's absolutely.
Yeah.
It's funny talking about this tech and AI and edge and everything in the military. In the past, military and tech, I used to keep my mouth shut talking about stuff like that because a whole lot of people at a lot of tech companies were violently against their company doing anything with the U.S. military. Yeah. And they would boycott and they say, we're all quitting or whatever. And I remember this at Google and lots of places. And there's definitely been a sea change because I can see it and hear it everywhere. The hottest area for most startups and tech people I know is going after defense these days. Yeah. And I never would have thought that would happen. And yet they're like, we're all in. And that's where the money is. DOD.
That's crazy though. That's crazy. It's crazy talk as far as I'm concerned.
Yeah, it is.
Going after, the DOD and DHS and all of that stuff. So Leonard, it was the same thing I said in the comments when you and I were going back and forth. And it equates for me down to accountability.
Yeah.
And the simple fact that right now tech is, we've talked about tech outpacing policy and everything like that, but never have I seen it outpace policy and standards the way that it is today.
Yeah. Yeah.
So to go after the DOD in the way that I'm seeing it happen, I'm like, that's crazy talk.
Yeah.
The majority of them don't even understand, nor do they have a military background to understand what it is that they're really doing.
Yeah. Well, that's where there needs to be more dialogue about what qualifies the tech for, deployment in those things, and these discussions around accountability. It was good to hear the Admiral talking about keeping on the loop, and he even said like some of the back office kind of consumer tech that the military uses, needs to be reconsidered. I mean, there was a anecdote I heard about some aircraft carrier, and it was like there's some stealth ship at sea was out there. This is recently.
And a French stealth carrier, which I don't.
French stealth carrier.
There's no such thing.
I never even heard of that. But anyway, this sailor was like running their laps or whatever, doing their morning jog around the deck, and they had their Strava on, and they were basically broadcasting their location through Strava, and basically defeating the whole $100 billion stealth tech, with like one guy running his laps.
One guy. Oh my God.
So you think about all the tech that sailors and folks use too. That all needs to be redone. But I mean, at least there's a good dialogue now going about it, and hopefully intersecting with some of these rules around accountability, safety. We had a presentation on sort of data provenance and how do you authenticate, the data that the models are trained on and things like that. And I agree with Bill. It's the cart is way ahead of the horse at this point, so that needs to get fixed.
You know what? I think CD-ROM technology is going to come back because everyone.
There you go.
You're not going to be able to stream BTS and Taylor Swift to your carrier.
Bernoulli boxes. I think that's what I'm investing in.
What the hell is a stealth carrier, anyways? I mean, how do you have a stealth carrier? You wouldn't be able to launch anything off of it, right? I mean, that's like I don't know. I mean,
no, you launch stealth planes off of a stealth carrier, obviously.
Yeah, but just because you have a stealth plane doesn't mean that you have a stealth carrier.
But it's stealth, Leonard. It's stealth. This is like the word stealth in it.
Because you just give Jeff Bezos a call and you launch him off of his yacht.
There you go.
Turn off those satellites for a few minutes,
But like there's all these fanboys for Palmer Luckey, over at Anduril, and they're just seeing all this super advanced tech, and they're seeing one of their people from Silicon Valley just taking it to Lockheed and General Dynamics and all these established, defense contractors, and saying we can beat them all, And so it's driving, a lot of excitement, I guess, for startup founders. I don't know.
Let's see.
Who knows?
Hey, folks, I apologize, but I'm going to go grab some breakfast.
Okay.
Hey, it's been a pleasure.
Congratulations, dude.
All right.
Yes.
Yeah.
See you all back in Seattle.
All right.
Dude, this thing just looks like a carrier. I don't see anything stealth about it. What the hell? It's quasi stealth.
The stealth part about it was that they told no one until the other guy was running around with his AirPods on. Broadcasting.
Oh my God. Yeah. Wait, I mean, see, this is all it's all bullshit, man. There is no such thing. Built for stealth drones.
I mean, we've got some stealth like frigates and destroyers that are shaped really funky and everything to reduce their radar profile on the water at a certain range to help them not be identified as quickly. But a carrier's too big.
Yeah, it's too big
to hide.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, you basically have a city on the water.
Yeah. I mean, so they have this thing called French's Dassault. I mean, it just launches the Rafale M. It's a 4.5 generation fighter, quasi stealth. I mean, so I'm looking at this Google thingy, and half of this stuff is like bullshit. No, it's not a stealth carrier. Anyways, it's ridiculous. Imagine, that would be great though, right? Then you wouldn't have to have a carrier group. You get rid of all of the support ships, right? Just operate this wonderful carrier in the middle of nowhere. I mean, that's why you have carrier groups, to protect the aircraft carrier, right?
Yeah,
I mean, Rob, you're the friggin' naval guy, So,
no, there's that fear of these sitting duck decoys floating on the ocean, and you worry about enemy planes, enemy missiles getting too close, right?
Yeah.
And so, they're out there trying to protect the carrier.
Yeah.
Which is going to be harder and harder to do, honestly, moving forward with these hypersonic missiles and stuff like that. It's tough. It really is tough.
Well, that was one of the, and especially now that these things are not only plane based, they can be launched off of like medium range bombers and stuff like that, fighter bombers even, or even fighter planes. I think like in some of the new Chinese fighter planes can carry their latest hypersonic missiles, and same with I think Russia's using MiG-25 or MiG-28 Foxbats. You know what I'm saying? How are you going to catch that thing goes like Mach 3.2. That thing is like hypersonic, right? And I think they're using that as a hypersonic launch platform.
Yeah, but the best hypersonic plane, I saw Tom Cruise fly this Dark Star thing.
Yeah.
I wish he'd pushed it too far though. It's like just stay at Mach 10. Don't go to 10.1, 10.2, 10.3. Don't do it, Mav. Don't do it.
Yeah. Just don't break the Mach 10 barrier. But one of the things I was going to ask the Admiral, I didn't want to do it because it would probably put him on the spot, is should the U.S. military, if you look at the spend, completely rethink the future of the Navy, naval warfare, and naval investments in carrier groups, because now eventually they'll be sitting ducks, like you're saying. And then some of these hypersonic weapons, they're kinetic. So even if you hit them, there's still a probability, because these things are coming at you at hypersonic speeds. The kinetic force actually some of these don't even have a warhead. They're kinetic weapons, right?
They're just going to hit you.
Yeah. Like, remember the rail guns that they were developing? There's no explosive tip. It's literally the velocity of the projectile causes the explosion, kind of like a meteorite, when it comes in. The velocity is so high that when it makes impact, it creates sort of an explosion, right?
Yeah.
Including
absolutely.
So,
you're right. Navy's been testing rail guns as well as lasers, high energy, it's pretty interesting stuff for sure.
Yeah. Lasers suck because they attenuate. And if you have crappy weather,
ouch.
You can't do anything.
And so you can imagine how policy can be affected. Like right now, when you are going up against a second or third tier power, and you're able to have your carriers and just attack, like Iran in this case, at will, and it's effortless. You can see a lot of people saying, yeah, carriers rock. Look what we've done. We've got all these carriers. We're projecting power the way we've always done. And it's awesome. But it's a big different game if your adversary is a tier one adversary like a Russia or China. The game changes because they've got a different level of weaponry, than a tier two or tier three power would have, right? We've seen a lot of talk track during this war of, as far as bombers, I know you've all seen the same thing. First we came in with the B-2 stealth bombers, and then we've just taken out so much stuff that then can come a B-1 supersonic bomber, and then now we're bringing in B-52s that are 70 years old, and a lot of people go, well, that's crazy.
Oh my God. Think about that.
But the reason you can bring in a B-52 is because all their air defenses have been wiped out. And so they can just fly at will. But would a B-52 be able to do that against China or Russia? No, they wouldn't.
Yeah. Well, but here, the other thing that we've learned from the war in Ukraine is that what used to be the staple of ground warfare, which is the tank and the APC, are now death traps because of these very, very cheap drones. And so now everyone is nailing each other with drones and taking out infantry people with these really low-cost drones. So the economics are changing. And so that was really going to be the basis of my question to him, because you have these Shahed drones, right? Which are basically cheap cruise missiles, right? that are really slow cruise missiles. Because you can shoot down cruise missiles.
They're like 20 grand, 30 grand, whatever.
Yeah, 20, 30 grand. And then a Tomahawk cruise missile costs you like $2 million, right? I mean,
the economics aren't sustainable.
Yeah. And then we're like, okay, we just ran out of, we hit 10 targets at a cost of $20 million.
Right.
And these are one of the interesting things was, and I sent you that article about how the Shaheeds are hitting radar installations, right?
Mm-hmm.
Early warning radar installations in some of the friendly, countries in the Gulf or the Persian Gulf.
Yeah.
And they're using, like the HARM missile, right?
Mm-hmm.
HARM missile that's used, they're anti-radiation. It's anti-radiation missile, right? I don't know what the H stands for, but it's anti-radiation missile. But these are missiles that are launched at radars. They track in on the radar pulse, actually, that comes out of radar station, and then they take those things out. And the Shaheed there is a variety that does that. So it's crazy. And, it only costs $20,000 and they take out a $20 million radar site. Do you know what I'm saying? So they're flipping the economics of all of this. And so that was going to be the gist of the question that I was going to ask him. But, that would have probably been better for beer.
Offline. Yeah. No, you're right.
So I'm doing it online right now.
Well, you know what? It's funny, Leonard. We've been doing this a long time, but I know you and I have talked about doing a separate show that's just about military and defense and what's going on with that. Long before there were any conflicts, just because there's so much to talk about. That's crazy.
But it might be that, and I know I totally know where you're coming from, Bill. But there may be benefit because there's a certain level of leadership where they're drinking the AI Kool-Aid and probably making some really bad decisions on how to use AI to win, right? And there's lessons that are apparent at the edge. And some of Bill, just so that you know, the Admiral was not hyping this stuff up crazy. I can't hear you, dude.
I don't think he was at all.
Yeah. I mean, actually, some of the stuff he was sharing, like friggin' folks at GTC should listen to. I mean, this is look, this stuff is not. It cannot be used in mission critical applications the way that you think. No, you're not going to be running friggin' GPUs at the edge of the military theater. You're going to use it in a very, very precision way that gives you advantage and also balances that with safety. Because the whole friendly fire risk. I mean, you can't have these things going around. Let's say that it's all swarm integrated with federated learning and all this fancy shit going and then killing all your troops because there's no discernment. I mean, friendly fire stuff can be a huge catastrophic risk if you're using AI improperly in the field.
Well, I mean, friendly fire is jumbo shrimp. It's a damn oxymoron. There's nothing friendly about it.
Oh my God. Yeah, they should come up with a new term for it. Like, we killed our own fucking people.
Let's call it what it is. They want to put a candy wrapper around it, and it's not that. It is not that. Friendly fire is. I mean, talk to someone that has lost someone because of that.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying. I mean, that it's again, it's one of those things where, like I said, it's jumbo shrimp. It's an oxymoron. Friendly about it.
It really is.
Yeah.
We killed our own fucking people is really what it should be. That should be like the acronym. We had a week op incident, and then that, I mean, it's ridiculous, right? But it can be scaled out.
There should never be an instance where we're turning around saying, our hearts go out to the friends and family because of friendly
Yeah.
fire. I'm sorry.
Yeah, yeah,
See,
yeah,
that
yeah,
just
yeah.
lights me up right there, especially being, ex-Navy.
Yeah,
I'm like, nah,
yeah, yeah,
I
yeah,
don't
yeah.
Yeah,
subscribe to that
I know. They
at
always hear
all.
that, my daughters, she went to Arizona State, and so at ASU, you got the whole Pat Tillman thing. There's a big Pat Tillman statue when they come running out. And,
Oh, yeah.
that was that sad story, he's like, I'm leaving the NFL to go help my brothers and sisters in this war on terror. And he gets killed by a jumbo shrimp, friendly fire,
You know what I'm saying? That
Yeah, that's awful,
Jumbo.
it should have never happened. And see,
Right.
for those reasons, that's why you got comments like this.
Oh my God. It's yeah.
Yeah.
The
Yeah.
responsibility thing, the accountability. Again, I mean, it's like weird. Whenever we talk, we never know what the hell we're really going to be talking about on any episode, but we end up landing on
Right.
pretty good.
I mean, this is such a serious discussion. If
Yeah.
there is any technology out there that's going to screw up and do friendly fire, it's AI today. When
Yeah.
you think of all the screw ups that happen with ChatGPT and Claude and Gemini, where it goes, oh, I'm sorry, my bad, da, 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 on your stupid thing that you're doing on your computer. Now take that to the battlefield. Oh, my bad.
Oh yeah, I didn't know that. And then the fucking thing starts arguing with you. That's the part that really, I was like, well, you didn't tell me, so blah blah blah. I was like, what the?
Hey, well, I mean, everyone saw what happened. What was that? That was in the Bay Area where they had the robot in the restaurant.
Yeah, the friggin' hot pot.
Yeah. And
Hot pot
I
kung
mean,
fu.
it's doing this, and it's like they're like, oh, it's dancing. I'm like, uh-huh.
Yeah.
First
Wait till
off,
it
these
slaps
things
you
don't
upside the
have
head.
they don't have muscle. It is nothing but pistons, and I mean, it that crap will hurt.
Oh yeah.
Yes.
Oh, dude, I gotta post a video. I mentioned earlier the gigantic kung fu robot, right? That on the GTC startup floor, right? I mean, this thing was doing dangerous stuff, man. I mean, it was doing it. I don't know why they programmed it with certain violent moves, like combat moves.
Well,
But
look,
one of these, and it's remote controlled. It's not like this thing actually has any, sense of boundary. It's a guy with a joystick. I mean, I have video of it. This guy operating this thing, and then they have like a couple of, I guess, it's like Tekken. You have a couple of moves that you do with the joystick, right? And then it executes, the flying, deadly goose technique kick or something, some shit like that. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And then it's gonna take someone out. I'm like thinking, and then there's some dumbass people just like cruising by with their cameras going like this, getting within slap distance of this thing. And so I was sitting there with the Anaconda guys going,
and then it's their fault.
Has anyone gotten slapped yet? Or
Ugh.
I mean,
It's a different level
and
of
I'm
slap.
looking at the people going, man, you guys are dumbass people.
Yeah, and we're not talking
What
Will
the
Smith
hell?
slap.
Oh yeah. Oh
We're
no.
talking robot slap.
Robots.
Where it breaks your face off. Yeah.
I mean, we are talking about a Willie Dynamite slap.
Yeah, and then you have all these people literally within 6 feet of this thing.
Oh my
And this
gosh.
thing's like 7 feet tall. It's like,
Did you see this morning on Twitter? It's
No.
a Unitree. It's an open source robots in China. All right, they're running with kids in New York City today.
it kicked on somebody in the nuts. No? Oh God. You gotta
See it?
be. Yeah.
Oh yeah, I mean, your kid can just get taken out. That's okay.
Oh yeah. Yeah, by that short little robot.
Yeah, no, I mean, we get too enamored with stuff that's like,
Yeah.
oh, that's funny. Oh, that's
Oh,
cute.
look at that. There was
Yeah,
kids.
it's all
It's great.
It's all fun until somebody gets an eye poked out.
Yeah,
Yeah.
wait until one of those robots run the kids over the railing over there, and they fall into the Hudson River.
Right.
It's like,
Right. But you know what? This is
Yeah.
how every movie starts. It's like the beginning. Oh, it's friendly and it's all for the people. This thing is actually doing this to just train itself to get better at running. And then, a year from now, it's like taking everybody out.
Yeah,
It's,
yeah.
oh gosh, it all starts out so hopeful, best intentions, all that BS,
Yeah.
and then it kills everybody. So
Yeah.
yeah.
God.
Uh,
I don't
that's
know.
right. That's why you have to have your bunker, like all the people who are behind building all this stuff. They've all got
Yeah.
their bunkers and surrounded by 50 cows and stuff like that, just in case,
God.
or what did we have to use against the Transformers? Saber rounds or something like that, I think.
Is that what that was? Saber rounds? What the hell are
Saber,
those?
that's what they called them. It's some invented thing. It's probably a bigger round than a 50 cal. I don't know.
Maybe they were using rail guns. That's probably what
Yeah,
you need
maybe.
to take these things down,
Maybe,
Philly, 50 cal, I don't know. If it's armored, how do you take it down?
I know. You might have to do like on the Navy ships, they have to deal the minigun with the depleted uranium shells.
Yeah.
This is the last line of defense against those incoming hypersonic missiles. And to your point, even a regular missile, it's the last line of defense because everything else failed. It may still hit the missile and stop it from hitting the ship, but the explosion is going to happen right there next to the ship.
Yeah.
Any human that's on the deck is dead instantly. Yeah.
And then not only that, I mean, think about it. It's like, what's that movie with Bruce Willis or whatever? It's one of those they blow up the gigantic asteroid, but then it creates a shotgun effect. Do you know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Because, anything that's like coming at you at like Mach 7, that kinetic energy is linear. It's going in a linear direction. You blow it up. It's not going to go sideways. It's gonna pepper through the ship and maybe even cause more actually increase its chance of probably hitting the ship because you don't need the whole thing to hit the ship to cause damage. Right? Like catastrophic damage. I mean,
I think it was weird
because the stuff will go right through at that speed.
Yeah.
It'll just go right through and then hit systems across the ship.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Did any of you guys see those G.I. Joe movies?
Of course.
Yes, and I forgot all of the The only thing I know is a Korean dude, Snake, whatever.
Yeah. It's not like Snake Eyes.
Snake Eye.
Yeah, but there was the evil villain. I don't know if it was in the first one or the second one, but they had orbiting deals, and they were not launching nuclear weapons. They were launching these tungsten rods. And to your point, they shot a tungsten rod at London and just took out the whole city. No radiation, no anything.
Nothing.
Just it was the kinetic impact.
Kinetic impact.
Was enough to do the damage without.
Well, I mean, you got to believe that they're going to have. Not only does the kinetic impact have an impact, which is catastrophic, but throw some EMF in there because we're not just going to take out the people. We're going to take out your systems.
Yeah. That's such a good point. The electromagnetic spectrum is such a fragile thing. We take it all for granted. We use all these different frequencies and we build solutions and we just assume it's all going to work. But as soon as war breaks out, we are jamming all those frequencies and none of your stuff's going to work. And as we probably talked on the show before, that's why the Ukrainians have wires connected to their drones because the wireless doesn't work anymore because the Russians are jamming that frequency. And so they have spools of wires to do it because that's the only way to make it work. Wired over wireless.
I think we're already turning IoT Coffee Talk into a military
kind of thing. Yeah.
But your whole mention of EMF, EMP, yeah, they have directed. There's companies that have developed directed EMP defense. I don't know if you want to call them weapons because they do take out. They're designed to take out drones. The whole purpose of them is to take out drones, right? So it's like a direct. I don't know how the hell they do it, but
remember those guys in Ocean's 11 had electromagnetic pulse machine. that they pointed at the casino to have the lights go out
Oh yeah.
when they robbed the safe
Yeah.
at the bottom. So
Pretty
you
smart.
could just you can just get those on eBay, I think. Yeah.
You will like those friggin' flashlights, the military grade flashlight.
Yeah, yeah. Just
Oh
like
my
in
god! And then
Napoleon.
the night vision goggles that are military grade.
Right.
Now you can buy them for like $20 on
Absolutely.
Amazon.
Or do you remember in Napoleon Dynamite, when he's like, yeah, I was able to buy a time machine on the internet.
It's all available.
Yeah,
It's
yeah,
all available.
yeah. So I mean, a lot of the disruption that happens is typically not just all the digital AI stuff. There's structural things. It's just that if we go back to AI, it enables maybe certain things that force you to rethink how an industry, and if you call warfare an industry, which you can argue it is, it'll force you to rethink that to a certain degree. But I don't know.
Yeah.
It's complex, but it's also, what you think is a revolution is not what you truly think. Going back to your comment about the friendly fire, if you use AI and it's probabilistically killing off, probably like 30% of your own people because it's making bad decisions constantly, you're going to be, I don't know, how are you going to win? And so, going back to this idea of using AI to win, to your point, Rob, this is so important. Organizations need to think about whether or not they're using AI to lose, right? Because you know what I've heard, when you look at these reasoning models, you apply these reasoning models in the field, and this is coming from practitioners, the hallucination, the reliability rate actually is not 90% like they're talking about, which fucking sucks. 90% is terrible.
Yeah.
It's actually about 50% in practice.
Yeah.
And think about you're using this for logistics, blah, 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 all this stuff. It's hallucinating. These bad decisions are compounding through your whole organization. What's going to happen?
Yeah.
In the battlefield, you're going to have a shit ton of, we killed our own friggin' people incidents.
Yeah. Right. And so while all that seems extreme, decision makers at normal companies need to look at their own business with this through the lens of, well, how would that work for the military?
Yeah. Exactly.
And so is that what I want to do at my company?
Yeah.
Also, I just want to say something right now about this reasoning and reasoning models. They are not reasoning. A reasoning model means it does the one-shot answer like it always did, and then it goes back and does like 3 or 4 more, and then it looks up and of all the choices it made, it figures, goes, oh, this is the probabilistically the most likely right answer of my 5 answers that I thought were right.
Yeah.
So it's not, there's no reasoning, there's no conscious whatever. It's just doing the same thing like 5 or 6 times and then going, that's probably the best one. But Dario and Sam and everybody want you to go, we've got reasoning and we're going, it's like, no, it's not.
Jensen too. Include Jensen.
Yeah. Yeah.
He's the guy who's probably hyping things ahead of even Dario and Sam.
Yeah.
I mean, to be honest, I don't do this very often to give Sam Altman credit. He's has said publicly, the stuff is not ready. This is experimental. I mean, probably his only, I don't know if you want to call it irresponsible. Actually, he does a lot of stuff irresponsible in my book. But to say that here's a very powerful technology, experiment with it and screw around with it without it, and then find out how damaging it could be to you.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's probably the thing that's jacked up about him, the Silicon Valley, break things run away mentality. But he's told people this stuff is just a friggin' Frankenstein experiment.
You're so right. We've talked about that before here, where they come out, they go, this is experimental technology. And yet every company on the planet is all in. And I'm like, did you not read the fine print? It's experimental.
Yeah.
And yet every ad on TV and everything you go, I just saw Idris Elba again this morning for ServiceNow. It's just like, come on. It's they're all in. Every company's all in, and the analyst firms are all in. We're all racing towards the
and none of them are making money.
Yeah,
and we don't talk about stock prices, but go. I'll tell everyone. Oh, maybe this is historical. So hey, go and look at the stock prices of all these companies. Whether it's it's a data analytics company, right? Big data company. Whether it's consulting company, whether it's an Indian-based SI or a GSI. Look, where is the magic? Any of these neo clouds that are just raising funds.
The magic is in the numbers.
Just look, it's friggin' disaster. And then we still have these guys saying this is revolution, on CNBC, jumping on, going, "Hey, well, you're missing out on the revolution. The real AI revolution. Everyone's missing the point." It's like, no, you're missing the point. You go and look at the end markets; they're disastrous.
Yeah,
it's the evidence is right in front of your face, and we still have these jokers going around saying that there's an AI revolution going on just because one company is selling a shit ton of GPUs.
I thought that.
I think it's beyond that, though. The one company that's selling the GPUs is. Come on. That's like me selling engines, right?
Yeah.
It depends on what you're going to do with it, right?
Yeah.
At the end of the day, if there's a lot of just because you can doesn't mean you should.
Right.
Involved with it.
Yeah, don't put a V8 on your bicycle.
Just because you can doesn't mean you should.
You know what we should rename this this show instead of like AIoT or Gen AIoT Coffee Talk? We should just call it FAFO.
I told you, what is today? What is today? Today is FAFO Friday, everybody.
Yeah, it is. It is. You're right. You're right. That's what this really is.
And that's why every time, and I want to give a shout out to Rap because they are putting things out that people think, but they just won't say. See, you tell me on FAFO Friday that you've got this AI agent that's going to revolutionize the world. I'm like, no, you got me fucked up. That's not happening. All right.
Yep, there it is, folks. There
it is. Have it.
Really how you gonna have one, man? I'm coming with these on a regular basis.
Yeah. No, you're a prophet, dude. You're like
I'm blown away. You got new shirts every time. It's unbelievable. I can't even imagine what your closet looks like. You just got all most badass shirts going on forever. Oh my God.
Come on, the man has big ass fans. He has a house big enough for multiple big ass fans. I might be able to fit half of a big ass fan in my house.
You have 7 big ass fans?
Yes.
Oh my God.
Oh my! I love that. I love that.
Oh my God!
That's incredible. That's incredible. Oh my God! Good stuff. Good stuff.
And you know what? I jumped on late, but I didn't get a chance to say. It was so good to see my boy Leonard out in San Jose when we were out there. Had a blast.
Oh my God! And then you know what? He is for real. He is a co-owner, if not the owner of Alexander's Steakhouse. I mean, Wow. Yeah, I mean, he walks in and it's like,
Oh.
if there was like a packed house, somebody would have just said, "Oh, Mr. Pugh, just one moment, please. Get your ass out of here.
Exactly.
Get your ass out of here. Here's a coupon.
You know what? They never cease to amaze me that every time I show up, it's like stuff just happens.
Oh yeah.
I mean, we were sitting there, and so I know that I've made mention that they keep a reserve set of bottles for me in their wine room.
That's crazy. And Alexander's is like the friggin' place that all the Apple execs go. Like everyone in Cupertino. I mean, that's like.
I remember you telling me what the wine was, but I forgot. Do you remember what the wines are?
Nosotros. Oh, dude, it's really, really good. Yeah, I thought it was like a Merlot. It's Merlot.
It's a Malbec.
But it's a Malbec.
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
Okay.
And, it's really nice. Yeah, and I didn't mean Merlot in an insulting way.
No, but you can't blend those two.
No. But
that Malbec is so good, Rob. I'm telling you. I mean,
Nosotros. All right, I'm gonna go to the liquor store right now.
You will not find it.
No. It's very, very twiggy. It has a nice balance of twiggy and super, super smooth tannins. Is like ridiculous.
I've never heard of twiggy before, but I'm applauding that. Before people watch the original Psalm movie, they never heard the notion of, it smells like a freshly opened can of tennis balls.
This you will not. I mean, when I first had it, I went on a hunt to try to get it, but it is shipped from Argentina, Mendoza.
Okay. Yeah.
And it is a employee-owned winery, and they only ship so many crates per year.
Yeah.
And Alexander's gets like 4 of them. Yeah. And the guy brought out Kenji. Shout out to Kenji. If you listen to this, Kenji, man, you my dude. Kenji brings me the box.
Yeah. Yeah, he brought him the box.
Oh, like the wood box?
No, man. Bill is legit. Big time legit. But it is kind of shocking when you start to learn about wine and somebody goes, okay, we have a little bit of wild cherry, some cassis. I think I smell a hint of bovine dump. And then you're going, what? Cow shit?
Yeah.
I was like, this is characteristic of this variety.
In the most pleasant way.
It smells like, it's like almost like, you become like a cow dung inspector.
Wow.
Cow.
they hooked us up. That's awesome.
That is awesome.
I think that was Leonard. Was that your first time having those hamachi shots?
Yeah. Oh, everything was fantastic. The salad was great. The what was it? The risotto was amazing. Yeah.
Yeah.
I've been there once before. A friend of mine took me there, who's Apple executive.
A lot of people take risotto for granted, and that can be easily screwed up.
Yeah.
Easily.
That's good.
Yeah. No. It was good. I just like I said, I told Leonard, I was like, when we're in town together, I'm going to take you to my restaurant.
Yeah. No, you done good. So, but anyways, let's call it, guys. You want to take us out, Rob?
Sure. Thanks everybody for joining. It was great having Pete on a little earlier. Basically we're kind of celebrating another great Edge AI event that Pete put on in San Diego this week. Great venue, and you could see between 2 and 3 aircraft carriers from the venue, which I know is a minimal requirement for having an Edge AI event. And so that was really good to start, great to have the fun nighttime event on the deck of the USS Midway. That was so cool, you know. It was flashbacks, man. I was hanging out by that F-14 Tomcat. I was just like, oh man, come on, Maverick, let's do this thing. It's time to do some of that pilot shit, Maverick. You know. And in fact, I had to watch Top Gun Maverick on the plane flying home after being there because I was just like, yes, just do it. Talk to me, Goose. Oh my gosh. So it was, oh my God, much love. Great. You know, Pete is just nailing it.
Oh my God.
Just what an amazing event. Great organization. Anyway, lots of edge AI we're talking about, lots of AI going rogue in military this week. You know, not that it happened. We're just talking about that it could happen. Everybody, there were exhibitors there at the event that are all in with the military, actually. And so we're definitely seeing that trend of more and more startups and big companies pointing their innovation at DoD. So that's an interesting trend that we're certainly seeing. And you know what? Jumbo shrimp, I think, is the real word of the day.
Yeah. NFA, on
oh
FA
my gosh.
Friday. FAFO Friday.
Yeah, that's
Fat
right.
Phone Friday.
That's exactly. So thanks so much for joining us. And, you know, hopefully we'll be back next week if we're not attacked by friendly fire from some rogue AI thing. You know,
Kung Fu
fingers,
kick
fingers
while
crossed.
we're eating hot
you know?
pot.
Exactly. And also, stay away from Houston Intercontinental Airport because I had to wait over 3 hours to get through the TSA line on Monday to fly to San Diego. And I know, Leonard, you had a little struggle early morning at San Diego Airport. No? That's
I
good.
avoided the whole thing.
I did at
Did?
Austin Airport.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's not to say that other people didn't, but I didn't.
You didn't. Yes. Well, yes, because they shut down TSA pre, they shut down clear. And I was wrapped around going down driveways, you know, where cars are supposed to be. I mean, it looked like the whole city of Houston was at the airport. And I can only imagine if it was summertime and we're like burning alive out there, or if it was pouring down rain, because you're just outside for hours, 4 hours.
God. Yeah.
No bueno. No bueno. So let's get this fixed, Congress. Now, get on it. Or you're fired.
Fired.
Yes.
I'm gonna tell you right now. You think I'm dealing with it?
All right. See you guys.
See you guys next week. Adios.